CEO of Eide Automotive Group. Good morning and thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Morning, thanks for having me.
Probably not a busy time for you, is it, with all this going on?
It's been busy.
Okay. Now, one of the questions that I've always had, I see your commercials on the air all the time, Jesse Peterson, but it's Eide. What's the connection?
Yeah, so Alan Eide was my grandfather.
Okay.
He had 3 daughters, my mom obviously, and then 2 aunts. And one of my aunts, Sandy, is my partner in all of our dealerships.
Okay. Now, and I know we're going out of order here a little bit, but you talk about your grandfather. We've got a great picture that I want to show if we can. And this is you on your, this is you, the little one. Get rid of there. There you go. Sitting on your grandfather's lap. Tell me what's going on here.
Yeah, so that's Minneapolis Auto Auction in about 1982 or 3. And he's auctioneering. He was actually also an auctioneer. He actually used to own that auction, and I'm just sitting on his lap as the vehicles are going through and dealers are bidding on them. I actually have a version of that picture on my wall in my office that one of my employees gave to me 6 years ago, and it's still probably one of my most prized possessions.
Yeah, what a great keepsake that is. So you were interested in cars from a very, very early age.
Yeah, my first job was washing cars at my dad's Ford dealership in Monticello, Minnesota, when I was 13 in 1992.
Okay, let's talk about this brand new acquisition that you guys have made, and you're taking over some dealerships in Mandan as well.
That's correct. We're obviously very excited. We've been in Mandan now for a couple of years.
Right, at the former Bill Barth Ford.
That's right. And we're expanding our Kia dealership there, which is going to be open in the next month. This is an opportunity with Chevrolet and Subaru that I've been working on for the better part of 5 years. And it just kind of recently, in 2024, started to come together to where it became a reality here. And I couldn't be more excited about it.
Yeah, it is an exciting time for you, I'm sure. Okay, this transaction as opposed to the Bill Barth transaction, are they similar? Are they different?
Very different. Ryan Barth, obviously, is a person I respect greatly.
Absolutely.
And I have had a relationship, somewhat of a friendship with him for many years. And the call from him came out of left field. I didn't realize.
He approached you.
He approached me, yeah. He was tired. He put a really hard 20 years in. Mm-hmm. He cared deeply about his employees and his customers, and he wanted to make sure that they were taken care of. And he asked me what my plan would be to do that if we were to make a deal, and I told him, and he was comfortable with that. So we had a great, it was a great interaction between both of us. I still talk to Ryan to this day. I had breakfast with him last week when he was in town. And this other one was different. These people are good people too, but they just weren't local.
Okay.
And that made a difference here in Bismarck, Mandan.
Okay, I'm going off script here a little bit, but I do want to ask you a question. During COVID, it seemed like a lot of dealerships are having trouble with their inventory.
Yeah.
But every time I drove past Eide Ford in Bismarck, you guys had a lot full. How were you able to keep your inventory up during that tough time?
Well, there was, first of all, it probably wasn't as full as you might think. We've, we kind of made it look bigger, but we always had inventory because we really worked hard at managing that and optimizing that so we could get the best allocations from the manufacturers. So that was a lot of effort to make that happen, and our managers at the dealerships did a great job managing that.
Okay, let's go back to the Mandan, Chevrolet, and Subaru for a second. What can, if someone's interested and they've been a loyal customer to those stores, what can they expect now that it'll be under the Eide name?
Yeah, well, there's a few things, some different, some the same. I think, first of all, the name change, obviously, for one. We'll put our Eide processes in place, which those customers should feel good about because those are very customer-focused processes. They'll see a lot of all the same familiar faces. They'll be joined by people from our other organizations that are kind of integrating with them to work with them in the dealerships. So I think nothing but good things for local customers that way.
And now under the Eide name in Central North Dakota, there are so many different car brands that are available under that name. Mm-hmm. What can the buyer expect? I mean, is that going to be a situation where one of the things is, for example, if I've worked with Bill over at one of the dealerships before, and now I'm looking, say I was with Ford and now I want to look at a Chevy, can I still work with Bill or do I have to go to that particular store?
Absolutely, you can, and that's something we've adapted a couple of years ago, and it's been a huge hit with our employees. And I think it's been easier for our customers too, being able to stick with one person from dealership to dealership. And we have a lot of salespeople that take advantage of that.
Right.
And so yes, absolutely you can, and that's been a good deal for our employees too because it gives them more opportunities.
You know, and I've driven past on the strip many times. the remodel or the tear down and the brand new start that you're giving to the Kia store, what can people expect there? Because there again, you guys have a really nice selection of inventory on the lot there, at least you have.
Thank you. Well, I think the reason we're making the investment is because of customer demand, and we want to provide the best customer experience. We knew that we did not have the capacity and service, which we will now have. Better amenities for customers that are waiting, and then obviously a much better inventory selection than in the past, and this bill will help us achieve those things. So we're really excited about that. So we're going to have 3 grand openings. I think we're going to do them all on the same day.
You guys are going to run out of balloons.
We'll wait till the snow melts, though.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, now you guys are in different states. You say you're from Minnesota originally. You're in North Dakota. You're in South Dakota. What about? Are they all connected?
Yes and no. We do have 2 dealerships in Minnesota.
Right.
One in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and one in Pine City, Minnesota, which is just north of the Twin Cities. South Dakota is Eide.
Right.
And believe it or not, there's no relation there.
Okay.
We're both Norwegian, so I suppose if you go back to the old country, there's maybe something. But
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I did tell Jesse, I said my very first car that I bought brand new was from Eide, and I asked you in Sioux Falls, and I asked whether there was a connection. You said,
yeah,
really strange, but there really isn't. That's known up front. We're down to about 30 seconds, Jesse. Time flies. What's next? What do you guys have on the horizon? Anything you can share with us?
Nothing on the horizon now, and I don't think anything more in this market, but who knows? I've said that we weren't going to do anything before. Look what's happened, so we'll see.
There you go. Well, good luck with everything. It's probably getting a little late, but Happy New Year to you, and I'm
Same
sure
to you.
there are many more new things coming up in the new year as well. So, Jesse, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you for